Hi, this is John from 3dfocus.co.uk, and I'm reporting from the 3D Experience in New York. Now, I'm here with Doug and Ron from Jump 3D, and they actually one of the sponsors of the 3D Experience here. Now, Jump 3D are a relatively new company. They're actually an offshoot company from Jump Creative, and they deliver marketing campaigns for the gaming and the theatrical sector. And that's my first question, I guess, for you guys, is why you've decided to launch Jump 3D right now? Why not a year ago, or why not wait a year? Is there a perfect storm now where you feel this is the right opportunity to launch a company like Jump 3D?
I would say survival. Right, Ron? Survival.
I would say it's really survival mixed with opportunity. We were lucky enough about a year ago to get Real D as a client in a marketing sort of way. And anyone who's familiar with 3D is familiar with Real D. And we were able to do some sort of sales reels for them, and it gave us our first opportunity to kind of work with 3D assets, and it took us a while to sort of get the hang of it, as it does anyone who's sort of new to the 3D space.
It takes about, you got to go through the headaches. You can't get through that. So you have to develop your own workflow. 3D changes all the time. So figuring it out yourself, whatever workflow that is, for anyone out there that wants to just jump in, that's kind of what we did. You just got to get through the headaches. And we're a full-service creative marketing agency that specializes in AV, home entertainment, trailers, promos. So it was a natural fit to just do that in 3D. And so one thing led to another. We sort of parlayed the Real D thing through Sony and Disney, and we're also going to be producing a TV show as well.
Can you tell me a bit more about that?
I can, but I'd have to kill you.
Okay. Maybe next year.
Get that call when we get that done. No, but it'll be for the. I'm gonna have Ron talk about it so he gets started.
Yeah, we are producing a TV show. We'll tell you about it as soon as we can. But it'll be for one of the major 3D networks domestically in the U.S. And besides that,
it's a 3D version of an international 2D show.
Just gonna keep giving you hints.
Because I'm saying, like, this is for all you lovely people in the UK. You'll know this show. It'll just be now in 3D and unavailable to you.
Yeah.
I guess because it'll be.
I guess so. Yeah.
Right. What kind of financial commitment does it take? Have you been able to just upgrade your existing kit, or has it evolved? Is it meant that you've had to start from scratch in many ways? Or has it been quite a smooth transition going from, to be able to offer 3D? Is it just a case of upgrading or updating?
That's a good question.
It is. And the thing is we sort of update things as we can. So the 3D equipment is expensive, and for a while we were just sort of using, if we would get new projects in that were 3D related, we would use those to sort of help, cash flow new 3D software, hardware that we were able to get. Now we're up to speed on everything. It's great. We've been able to do that over the last year.
To put it in poker terms, we're basically all in for 3D. So most companies, they'll cut in 2D, they'll send it out to the lab, and they'll make it 3D. But we edit everything in 3D in-house. We do everything in-house, so that helps sort of figure it out. And we work on Final Cut, so it's not that big a deal. And as the technology grows, there'll be more suites available to editing systems, whether it's the Avid or the Final Cut. But again, you got to just figure out your own workflow, because some stuff works and some stuff doesn't. And it's interesting. And now we're here at NASDAQ eating appetizers. By the way, did I mention we also valet cars? If anyone's interested, that's what we do. That's our core business.
Now, I understand that you've been working with Sony on a couple of projects. Can you tell me a bit more about that?
Well, in 3D, we actually developed a logo that went on the head of the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 3D Blu-ray, which is pretty exciting. So you have to get the 3D Blu-ray to see that, and to get the 3D Blu-ray, you also have to purchase the $3,000 television. So that sucks, but it's there for you if you want to look for it.
Yeah, I think they're going to start releasing Cloudy so you can buy it on its own, and it's not necessarily packaged with the television set. But yeah, it was a great project for us. I think it was the first time that Sony had gone out and asked someone to create a 3D logo like that.
They're they're invested in. They're great. They get it. They're a manufacturer, so they make TVs. It's not like any other studio. Sony is creating their own, content and hardware. So they're in, and they're ahead of everybody, except Disney.
Who's also Disney's doing great things, and
they have more titles.
They have great 3D titles, and we actually just finished a piece for them, which was a.
Looks like we're cut off. Sorry, we can't talk about that. It's good seeing you.
We're not supposed to say anything about that.
But you will.
I'd just like to finish off by asking you about a survey. It was a Nielsen survey. Apparently 89% of American consumers say that they are disillusioned by 3D TV once they've actually seen it. What is your thoughts on that? Do you think it's the 3D industry is sort of burying its head in the sand when it comes to these type of surveys? And because so much money has been invested, it's almost the unthinkable that it actually might not sort of materialise into making money. What's your view on that?
As soon as the glasses and the sets work itself out, it'll be fine.
I think that all of the manufacturers right now are doing themselves a great disservice by making their active shutter glasses only work with their unique brand. And if there was a
right?
Yeah, I mean
that's their prerogative.
The problem is that will ultimately hurt the viewers and the consumers' experience, and it also means you can't share glasses between TV sets. So if you have people over, you would actually have to buy another set of television sets. Of glasses. And ultimately, the quality of the active shutters are remarkable, but I think when we're really going to see the consumer sets take off is when they move to using polarized technology, which are sort of the much lighter glasses that Real D actually has in most of their theaters, which are sort of very, very light plastic glasses. They're inexpensive. If you break them, it's not a big deal. You could easily have 10 people watching a.
When England plays Romania at Wembley and it's in 3D, you got to get 30 pairs of glasses. You're not going to pay 200 quid a pair. You want the cheap passive glasses. You can dump them in the punch bowl or break them. It doesn't matter. So it's cheap glasses, expensive TVs, cheap glasses. That's kind of the dichotomy right now. So once that evens out and the experience is the same at home and there's more content, this is just this infantile stages right now. So early adopters always get screwed, and they will again, most likely, but eventually there'll be auto stereo, so you won't even need glasses. But
Great. Well, I'd just like to say thanks, Doug and Ron, for speaking to 3D Focus, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the 3D experience.
I'd like to thank you. Thanks for talking to us, and it was enjoyable, drinking with you as well. So.
It certainly was.
So we can continue that again. Maybe we'll come out and visit.
So thanks so much.
Thanks.